The final 5 minutes, and it's our favorite 5 minutes of the week most times, of our Friday episodes, courtesy of our friends at the DQs of Northwest Edmonton and Sherwood Park. We ask you real talkers to bring the heat. That's right. These are your hottest takes submitted to talk@ryanjesperson.com. It's the Flamethrower, presented by those DQs of Northwest Edmonton and Sherwood Park. This one from Karen, a.k.a. Raging Granny. She says, Danielle Smith walking back her comments, criticizing Jasper's Town Council and Mayor Richard Ireland, asking for an apology after she spoke with them, now blaming the media for blowing it out of proportion. Typical Danielle Smith. Instead of acting like a premier and speaking directly to Jasper, she uses her talk radio platform to blast them, then facing criticism for her comments. Now she's trying to blame the media for misrepresenting her comments and politicizing them. Karen says, I'm so tired of these knee-jerk responses. She needs to take pause and think before she speaks. That's from Karen the Raging Granny. How about this one from Les, who says, kudos to Premier Smith for finally giving Albertans, or at least thinking about giving Albertans, a hard card for Alberta Health. Johnny, you can now get a hard card for your Alberta Health. I just know my number offhand. Do you know your number off by heart?
It's 6-1. No.
Yeah. Johnny, give us your social insurance number. There will be a test on Monday. Les says, well, too bad we don't have a healthcare service to use that card. That from Les. What about this one from Anne, who says, Jespo, Johnny, she says, now what? And friends, we're going to use some significant language here because Anne cuts right to the chase on this big story, this acquittal of these hockey players. She said, I considered using the subject line, gang rape is now legal in Canada. She says that's what the learned judge basically said in finding EM's testimony. What was the word? Unreliable, says Anne. Really? Would you remember it at all if you had been assaulted for hours? It means like everybody who's basically being raped or gang raped needs to remember with great clarity every word, every action, every detail of being raped. She says, I guess all the research here on rape is not taken as seriously. That alone tells me a lot about our society and how we're processing information. Like the misinformation from our premier, from Donald Trump, from the MAGA gang keeps shedding on us. Pity, she says. So boys, I guess Anne does, get out there. I guess choose your victim and just go at it many a time. You won't be sent to jail. You won't be fined. You can walk free. Moms, girls, stay home. Don't go out. Don't show any interest in any male. Let's make sure our parents tell us who to marry so we won't have to subject ourselves to these types of outcomes. Maybe it's time for all women and girls, says Anne, to step up and refuse to go to any hockey game anywhere. Maybe that would be the best elbows up program that we could ever demonstrate. She says, I'm sure glad that I'm so old that nobody would be interested in conquering me, says Anne. Rape is a power play. I guess that's why hockey boys needed this outcome, to prove that power plays really do work. I hope they never get another contract to play, but the establishment will surround them and give them a contract worth millions of dollars. Meantime, EM, the complainant, will sink into the nightmare of memories of being assaulted for the rest of her life. Anne says, this is not the Canada that I love and the Canada that I have appreciated. That's powerful stuff from Anne. And how about this one from Clinton? The other side of the coin, says, Jespo is a frequent listener of the show. I know you use your platform for real talk. With the 5 players involved in the Hockey Canada trial all acquitted, I feel exonerated myself, as I, like the players were, was falsely accused of sexual assault. Clinton says, I'm the same age as the players. Their cases started in the middle of mine, and I can say with firsthand experience that the mental and social damage of being accused of such vile actions, I can't tell you what it can do to you. My situation a bit different. It was a partner of mine who accused me after our relationship ended. I was hauled out of my house in the middle of the night in handcuffs as my neighbors watched. I didn't want to go outside after it haunted me for months as I waited for the trial. Old relationship friends calling me a rapist and abuser. People who don't even know me seeing me in public, yelling at me, spitting on me. Friends who I thought would never leave me quit being my friend over this. My life in the in-between time, hell, I didn't know who to be afraid of. Clinton says as the trial date neared, I'd have meetings with my team about the case, the pressure, the momentous weight of this false allegation weighing on me. What if I got a believe all women judge? What if I'm getting swept up into the Me Too movement? My fleeting life, newly an adult, could be over before it started. I could forever be branded for something I didn't do. He says I was acquitted, but the damage didn't stop there. He says I was scared of women. He says I couldn't trust anymore. I haven't been on a date since my trial ended. And because I've become more closeted, I feel like I was just lucky on the acquittal and next time couldn't be. I'm afraid to date women. I still see a therapist about this. I feel like I have to prove my innocence, even though in a court of law, I was guaranteed my freedom. Clinton says my case wasn't big news, wasn't news at all. I can't imagine how 5 NHLers are impacted more than mine. Of course, they've been fighting to clear their names for 2 years as it was dragged through the mud on international TV, in Parliament, and online. They've lost millions of dollars. I hope they get their retribution. I hope they can return to the NHL with long careers. Clinton says, don't forget, everybody, innocent before proven guilty. 2 different perspectives. We sure appreciate you contributing to this each and every week. The Flamethrower is presented by the DQs in Palisades, Namao, Newcastle, Westmount, and Baseline Road. You go see them next time you're there to pick up a blizzard and a flamethrower. Let them know that Jespo sent you. Wishing you the best this weekend. Shout out to everybody listening to Real Talk on your road trips, and we'll be right back at it Monday morning. We'll see you then.